Another week, which means another week of bad storytelling from the Acolyte. Hey, everybody, I'm Robert Storms. I got my nice cup of black jasmine tea with a little bit of passion fruit in there, which I really, really enjoy. Great tea. Great tea. I don't know what's in this shit, but it's fucking good. And I don't know what's in the water, but the people at Lucasfilm don't know how to write. Oh, my God. What the hell is going on? Oh, man. So last night's episode of The Acolyte, I thought some of it was good. A lot of it was bad. Unfortunately, the bad overshadows the good. But we're going to talk about it. So the episode picked up where the last episode ended off, almost like, I don't know, they should have been one fucking episode. I don't know why they continue to split everything. We're going to do these 26-minute episodes. It was like 35 minutes. 10 minutes was all credits, like opening credits, end credits. Like when there was like that much of the damn bar left when the episode ended. It was like, it was a 26-minute episode. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? Like, why couldn't this episode just been last week's episode? Like, why couldn't they just been one episode? You know, like a normal whatever. I digress. So this episode, like the other episodes, makes absolutely no fucking sense at all. No sense. So we get the big reveal of the Sith, and it was so obvious, unless you're a member of my Storms Live panel, which I laid out the evidence in front of my people. I'm like, guys, we're gonna go around and pick and see who you guys thinking, and I laid the evidence out in front of them, and they all still said, no, it's the horned mother, and I was the only one that said wannabe Ezra Miller. Like, it was so obvious. Like he was basically standing there in the last episode going, hey, it's me, you know, hey, and everybody, apparently it's a big surprise for a lot of people around the world, but it was pretty freaking obvious to me. Like I think Ray Charles could have saw who the Sith / Acolyte or whoever the fuck this guy was supposed to be. So the first part of the episode I thought was really, really cool. The lightsaber duels, man, that was cool. I was like, hey, all right, man, lightsaber duels. Some of the best lightsaber I think it might actually be the best lightsaber duels we have seen in Disney Star Wars. You could take that however you want to say it, you know, when like the bar is set pretty low when it comes to lightsaber battles in Disney Star Wars. Pretty low, you know. Before this, I was like, Obi-Wan versus Anakin in the Obi-Wan show. That's the best lightsaber duel we've got. I think the choreography in this one was much more sound. It was prequel-esque. That's about as much credit as I'm going to give this show when it comes to anything. The lightsaber duels were cool. I really enjoyed that. So I thought the lightsaber things were cool. I loved, absolutely, this is the thing I loved the most about this episode. I loved that they killed all those twinkle toe cocksucking annoying Jedi. I loved it. I was rooting for that guy. I was on my break at work, right? And he just started to kill these dudes one by one. And I was like, oh. And I remember sitting there drinking the same tea, my black jasmine tea with passion fruit. I was sitting there drinking when Daphne King got stabbed 3 times, which is hilarious that he stabbed her 3 times. It was like, hey man, this is Disney Star Wars. One stab wound isn't enough nowadays. I'm going to make sure the audience knows this bitch is dead. Pop, 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 pop. I'm like, I sat there drinking my tea. I was like, damn. That was badass. I like that. I like that. And he's got the helmet, and I think he might have like a part on his one arm, on his forearm, but it's a metal from Legends lore where whenever lightsaber makes contact with it, it shorts out the lightsaber, which was awesome. And it set up some great moments too. Like when Daphne King hits him in this helmet, it like shorts out, and then like he does this thing where he like stops it, and then he splits his lightsaber in 2 and just bop, 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 shish kebabs her ass. I was like, fantastic. And then my boy that I love so much, the one that's just going around with the normal hair. Killmonger ruined this haircut for everybody. Everybody has this fucking haircut now. Miles Morales, Yord, like you name it, this freaking thing is everywhere. But Yord shows up and he goes after the Acolyte, and that motherfucker just like, wow, bah! just like straight, like Johnny Cages him from Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Like, Shao Kahn just like, your soul is mine. That's actually Shang's song. But you know how Shao Kahn and Mortal Kombat Annihilation just, Johnny Cage the shit out of yours. No lie, I stood up in the break room and I fist pumped. I was like, yeah, kill that motherfucker. I hated that son of a bitch. So all those annoying little wannabe Jedi, they're all dead. That was awesome. And that was the only thing good about the episode. The episode from there, when you start to think about it, just wasn't good. Like I said, we got the reveal of Ezra Miller again. Unless you were just completely trying to miss the signs, like my fellow panelists on Storms Live, who like, hey, you know, I don't understand my gods. I don't understand my gods. I love them, but it's like, hey guys, you know, I'm thinking of a fruit. It grows on trees. It's red, and you can make sauce out of it. Right? I'm giving you all the hints that it's applesauce, and you're like, cranberry sauce? Like, no, God, I'm telling you the answer. I told you who it was, and they still picked somebody. Like, this was so obvious that it was Ezra Miller. And so we got the big reveal. Like I said, even fucking Stevie Wonder can see who it was. And Homeboy was jacked up, too. Homeboy was, like, super jacked. And I thought that was cool, but nothing else in this damn story. Nothing in this episode made any sense, right? I think Osha's the good twin and May is the bad twin. Well, anyway, last episode, May was like, I'm going to go turn myself into the Jedi. I love my sister. She's alive. I'm going to go turn myself into the Jedi. Then what does this stupid, crazy bitch do? Soon as she meets the Jedi, right, she's running back to turn herself in. Soon as she confronts the Jedi, she tries to kill them. What the absolute fuck? Hello? May? Hello? Did you listen to yourself in the last episode? Jesus Christ, man. You literally said, and that's what started the whole confrontation with the Sith. Because Ezra Miller was tagging along with you, basically just babysitting you. Make sure you get this task right. And you're like, no, I'm going to go turn myself into the Jedi. And she hung him up, and that should have been another sign that he was the guy, guys. The fact that he was the guy. Right? I was watching one of my buddies' podcasts. I don't remember who was on there. And he's like, I think the guy is Soul. I think the Sith is Soul. Soul was in front of the guy when he did the Force put. I digress. Again, Stevie Wonder knew who it was. But the whole thing was set in motion when she decided, hey, I'm going to go turn myself into the Jedi now. And she hung Ezra Miller up. Okay? That's what set all these events in motion, because then he was like, nah, this ain't gonna happen. He broke himself free, killed the Jedi Wookiee that was completely wasted. We finally have a Jedi Wookiee, he's completely wasted, right? He goes, kills her, then confronts the Jedi, and then like kills all them ass too, you know? So it doesn't make no sense that the thing that you said you were gonna do, turn yourself into the Jedi, the first time you're confronted by the Jedi, you're trying to kill them. That's like me going, I'm going to go turn myself into the police for my parking ticket that they gave me. And then you go and you try to murder them. It makes... I digress. Doesn't make... This is Disney Star Wars, Rob. The writing doesn't need to make sense. As long as you has a social politic agenda behind it, doesn't need to make sense, Rob. Doesn't need to. Intelligent, smart, creative writing, that belongs on other channels, on other shows, on other streaming services. Not Disney. No. That's just where we go for social politics. We don't go for stuff that makes sense. I'm going to turn myself into the Jedi. You dumb bitch. Right? And then it gets even worse. But then she confronts her sister, who she was going to turn herself into the Jedi because she found out her sister's alive. And what'd she do? She knocks out her sister, cuts her hair with her lightsaber, and then strips her sister naked, puts on her clothes, swaps her clothes with her sister, and then go confront Saul. And this is where I feel like people are just yelling. Are you telling me that Saul does not feel a disturbance in the Force? Like this guy is a Jedi Knight. I don't know if he's a Jedi Master, but at the very least, he passed the trials. He's a fucking Jedi Knight. How the fuck do you not feel a disturbance in the Force? Like this is the girl. You've been with Osha. You helped train Osha for years. You should know who Osha is. You should know you should be able to look inside her using the Force and feel like you can feel her emotions. Right? Like this isn't new for Star Wars. This isn't new for Jedi. Right? Like you bring someone in front of the council. How feel you? Cold, sir. Scared? Are you? No, sir. Be mindful of your feelings. See through you, we do. Like this is not new shit, guys. Your thoughts dwell on your mother. What does that have to do with it? Everything. Like this is not new. Jedi can feel your emotions. They can feel you. They can feel disturbance in the Force. This dude that helped almost kind of raise and train Osha doesn't realize, hey, there's something different about you. The aura, the Force around you, it feels kind of different. What did you do with your sister? May? Nope. This Jedi Knight, possibly Jedi Master, just dumb as fuck. His entire platoon of fellow Jedi wiped out by Ezra Miller. And this dude doesn't even realize that the girl that he cares so much about, that's not even her. It's her sister pretending to be her. Yep. The Force don't mean shit nowadays. The Force does not mean shit. You have to, what the fuck is wrong with this writing? What the hell is wrong with this writing? How do you go in one episode, I'm going to turn myself into the Jedi. Fuck the Jedi in the next episode. And then you're going to, body snatch your sister and completely pretend to be her. And a Jedi Knight is just all right, we got to go back to Coruscant. You can't tell? There's a disturbance in the Force, Obi-Wan. There's a disturbance in the Force, Obi-Wan. There's a disturbance in the fucking Force, Obi-Wan. Jesus fucking Christ, man. Did they get fucking elementary school kids to fucking write this script? You know what would be really awesome? Osha loves her sister, and she's going to say, I'm going to turn myself into the Jedi. Okay, and then you pass that to Jimmy. Jimmy's like, and then there's going to be a lightsaber battle, and then all these guys are going to die. Great job, Jimmy. Let's give this to Michael at the end. And Michael writes the next thing. And then May comes across the Jedi and tries to kill them. It's like you're just passing the script to a bunch of people and they're just writing their own thing and no one's looking at it. How do you go from I'm going to turn myself into the Jedi to kill the fucking Jedi, and then a Jedi fucking Knight can't even tell that it's not even his own pupil because he can't look into the fucking Force? What the fuck? Stupid. It's stupid. Anyway, I'm going. Lightsaber battle, cool. Reveal, obvious to, I think, the majority of people that paid attention. Killed all the Jedi. That was awesome. Plot, absolutely stupid. Just my thoughts. I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.